this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
You're listening to a podcast, so you're doing something else too, like maybe scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving places you like without thinking you'll get them, because that's what house hunting has become. But Redfin isn't built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, which means when you find a place you love, you've got a real shot at getting it. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Hey, this is U.S. Olympic gold medalist Tara Davis-Woodhull.
And I'm U.S. Paralympic gold medalist Hunter Woodhull.
As athletes, our lives are about having a clear path.
And a team that you can absolutely trust.
So when it came to getting the best mortgage,
we chose PennyMac.
PennyMac is proud to be the official mortgage provider of Team USA and you.
Learn more at pennymac.com. PennyMac Loan Services, LLC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS ID 35953. Licensed by the Department of Financial Protection and Innovation under the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act. Conditions and restrictions may apply.
Thank you for calling the Bombas Comfort Line. Bombas make socks, slippers, tees, and underwear made with the highest quality materials. Press 1 for comfort, 2 for style, 3 for donation. You chose style. Bombas has styles for whatever you enjoy. You can run in Bombas, lounge in Bombas, dress them up, dress them down, but always give back in Bombas. Because with every item purchased, another is donated. Bombas, comfort worth calling for. Go to bombas.com/audio and use code AUDIO for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com and use code AUDIO.
Support for the show comes from Public, the investing platform for those who take it seriously. On Public, you can build a multi-asset portfolio of stocks, bonds, options, crypto, and now generated assets, which allow you to turn any idea into an investable index with AI. It all starts with your prompt. From renewable energy companies with high free cash flow to semiconductor suppliers growing revenue over 20% year over year. You can literally type any prompt and put the AI to work. It screens thousands of stocks, builds a one-of-a-kind index, and lets you backtest it against the S&P 500. Then you can invest in a few clicks. Generated assets are like ETFs with infinite possibilities, completely customizable and based on your thesis, not someone else's. Go to public.com/podcast and earn an uncapped 1% bonus when you transfer your portfolio. That's public.com/podcast. Paid for by Public Investing. Brokerage services by Open to the Public Investing Inc. Member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services by Public Advisors LLC, SEC registered advisor. Generated assets is an interactive analysis tool. Output is for informational purposes only and is not an investment recommendation or advice. Complete disclosures available at public.com/disclosures.
What's doing something he didn't think he would do? Me. I'm Robert Evans, host of Behind the Bastards, and I'm here looking at Sophie's horrified face. You know, Sophie, my grandpa had a saying. My co-hosts today are Katy Stoll and Cody Johnston. How are you all doing today?
Great saying, Grandpa.
It was weird. We all thought he was going senile when he would just shout that out at Thanksgiving dinner 20 years ago. But then I met you both.
We are. Sorry, Grandpa Evans.
How are you guys doing today?
I'm all right.
Good. I'm A+.
Good.
Cody's right on time.
Yeah.
Cody is only 37 minutes late to record, which
I have to say, normally there is a calendar invite that tells me what time we are recording, and there was not this time, and so I did not know. There was another calendar invite that said 1:30, which is what I was expecting.
Cody is ready for the coming collapse of infrastructure.
Just quick check. Katie, were you on time?
I was on time.
Hey, Robert, quick check. Were you on time?
Maybe.
Here's the thing.
You were. I checked. Chris, were you on time?
He wasn't. I do normally give Cody a little reminder, and that is my fault.
Please do
normally,
not. No.
It's not about your reminder.
Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely. This is no.
Sophie, there's nothing woker than letting a woman take the blame for a man's very clear and obvious mistake.
I want all of our listeners to know I did not mean that seriously.
Yeah, it was Katie and Sophie's fault.
Mm-hmm. They collaborated.
Yeah.
Like Barack Obama and Pete Buttigieg.
Katie called Sophie and was like, should I remind Cody? And Sophie was like, no. Should I send an email invite like I normally do? And Katie was like, no. And then they laughed and laughed and laughed.
Mm-hmm. I was on the email thread with them while they did it. I thought it was messed up.
Or perhaps you fucked up. Continue, Robert, with your show.
So, guys, do you remember how last year we had a couple of fun moments where we got together as friends, as colleagues, as comrades, and we randomly paged through terrible books.
How could I forget?
We learned about what an egregore is,
Yeah,
which is
right.
the collective Satan that the Jewish people have created with their own.
Seared into my memory
Yeah,
banks.
that was a good one.
Yeah, I remember the science book we read.
The science book we read. You remember the QAnon book we read?
Oh, yeah.
Where we learned a lot of good information.
Science Part 2.
Science Part 2. Today I got a little bit of a different book. Because sometimes reading through random books at random points in time means I don't have to prepare as much, which can help us to get ahead over here.
And I love
behind
that
the
for you
bastards.
and for us, for our show.
And today we're going to read a book called True Allegiance. Now, this has been described by the New York Times bestselling author Brad Thor as a blockbuster debut thriller ripped straight from the headlines. And its author is a fella y'all might know. Old Benny Shaps.
My favorite.
Ben Shapiro. Yeah, we are doing the Ben Shapiro book today.
This is fun because I've
Novelist Ben Shapiro.
I've been muting him or avoiding him on Twitter, so it's been a minute.
You've been taking care of your mental health.
And I'm ready to just tarnish it right now. Just light it on fire.
I also have let Ben go.
Oh, Cody.
There's only so much room we have in our day-to-day.
That can't have been easy for you.
It wasn't. Everything he says is wrong.
It is
or
wrong.
A lie.
Now, I wanted to talk a little bit before this about what we do when we have a book by a terrible person that I don't want to support financially, but I want to read. Because there's a trick. And I wasn't telling people the trick before, but now, like, fuck it. What's the worst that could happen? So the key is, as far as I know, this isn't illegal. The key is, you purchase the book on Kindle, right? You download it to your device. You disconnect your device from the internet. You apply for a refund from Kindle. And then you finish doing what you're going to do in the book before you reconnect it to the internet and it removes it.
Great. Love that.
That sounds legal to me, actually.
It does sound very legal.
Yeah.
So, a little bit of advice. Now, True Allegiance was a book published in 2016 by Post Hill Press, and of course, author Ben Shapiro. And I want to read you all the Amazon description so we can know what we're going for here. New York Times bestselling author Ben Shapiro's new novel asks, how close are we to our country's collapse, and will we be able to stop it once it begins? America is coming apart, and a legal immigration crisis has broken out along America's southern border. There are race riots in Detroit. A fiery female rancher turned militia leader has vowed revenge on the president for his arrogant policies, and the world's most notorious terrorist is planning a massive attack that could destroy the United States as we know it. Meanwhile, the president is too consumed by legacy seeking to see our country's deep peril. Brett Hawthorne is the youngest general in the United States Army, and he's stuck alone behind the enemy lines in Afghanistan. He's the last lost soldier of a failed war, fighting to stay alive and make it back home. But will he be able to stop the collapse of America in time?
Sounds like a real thriller.
I have a question. Is there an audiobook version of this?
Ooh.
Oh my God! Yeah, they're
True Allegiance, Spence.
Yeah, it's free with your Audible trial. Does he read the Audible? I have to know.
There's no way they would let him do
because
that. There's no way.
It just sounds way better than in your voice than it does in his voice, and I feel like it's yeah.
So could you look it up? Because I'm disconnected from the internet, so I can steal this book from Ben. So. I bet there's a foreword. Oh my God, you guys. Oh no.
There's a foreword.
It's not even the foreword. You know how books will have like a praise for this book page where it has the first quote on the Praise for True Allegiance page. Meet our new Ayn Rand. Salon.com. Salon.com.
Salon.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Oh my God. Oh, it's so good.
I'm sure
there's
he
an
loves
Ann
that.
Coulter quote, provocative, intense, and about 5 minutes from becoming reality. Ben Shapiro's True Allegiance is a riveting thriller about what happens when America falls apart.
This sounds rooted in fact, not feeling.
He's got an Alan West quote in there. That's good. That's really good. Oh boy. And then some people that I don't recognize. Okay, so cool. We're on a good start.
It sounds like it's a good book.
Sounds like it's a good book by good people.
I'm very excited for this.
Yeah. Okay. So, does he read it, Sophie?
Oh my good gracious!
No, that's the right side of history.
Oh.
That's the right side of history.
Which
That's
book
his.
are we doing by Ben Shapiro?
We're doing True Allegiance.
Oh, I don't think he does. I don't think he does.
It's
oh,
probably.
wait.
No, I'm sure they've got it. It's
by-
just not him.
Narrated by somebody who is not Ben Shapiro.
Oh, what's their name?
That's a good call. Because you might not believe what you learn about Brigadier General Brett Hawthorne.
Brett Hawthorne. And the president who only cares about Obama. I mean, not Obama. He's a different president, right?
All right, I'm gonna start with, I think chapter 1 looks like it's opening with like, we're starting with like a terrorist attack going on in New York City.
Wait. What year was this? Did you say that?
2016.
Great.
This came out.
Yeah, it would have had to.
Yeah.
Great. So the president obsessed with legacy would be Obama, not the president that is also obsessed with his legacy. Just in a different way.
In a different way.
All right.
Oh, no, it doesn't start. Okay, so the first episode doesn't start with a new terror. It starts with like 9/11, and I think the character who's going to grow up to be our ranch militia leader in New York at 9/11, seeing the towers hit the building. So that seems like what we're going on with this prologue here. So that's good. So we're kicking it off with a 9/11, and then we move right in with chapter 1 to Brett Hawthorne in Kabul, Afghanistan. Brigadier General Brett Hawthorne looked at his M9 magazine and cursed to himself. Empty. He was sat up against a mud brick hovel in the city's poor part of town. Even in Kabul, there was a large income gap, and felt the sweat trickle down cold between his shoulder blades. He hadn't been alone for years. Generals always had a personal security detail, but things had gone hellishly wrong. Hawthorne was a bear of a man, 6'3" in his bare feet, and 215 pounds in his underwear. Let's talk about this a minute.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I've gotten criticized in the past for making fun of Ben Shapiro's shortness, and it's true that you shouldn't make fun of people for being short. Some people in this very room are short.
Yeah. Most of us.
Most of us, except for you and myself.
Yeah.
I'm not tall. I'm wearing tall shoes now.
There are taller people than me in this room.
There are.
I think is what Robert is alluding
and it's
to.
fine. There's nothing, it says nothing about
the thing
your
is,
personage.
But also, well, so here's the other thing. For many, 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 many years, Ben Shapiro claimed that he was my actual height, 5'8".
Oh, really? I was unaware of this.
He is not, as we all know. So it's just one of those things where, okay, you're gonna lie about this a lot.
What
Clearly,
is his real
there's
height?
something I don't know,
like 5'4".
Okay.
I don't know. I'm making that up, but I've heard that.
But he's been lying about his height for years. That's funny.
It is funny.
And it's funny that his clear self-insert character, Brett Hawthorne, is a bear of a man, 6'3" in his bare feet and 215 pounds, and 215 pounds in his underwear.
So what I'm struck by this is like there's all these stories. Ben Shapiro.
Sorry. Katy.
No, it's fine. What a beautiful laugh. Ben Shapiro wanted to be a Hollywood screenwriter.
He sure did.
And he flunked out of that.
Yes, he did.
There's just these few sentences. I just can feel him being like, this would make a great movie. You know, like he's writing it like, oh, fuck those guys. If Hollywood won't make it, I'll write this, you know?
I'm also wondering as a gun guy. So the M9 is the 9mm Beretta sidearm that was up until recently the standard sidearm of the military. It says he looks at his M9 magazine. Now, there's a couple of things that makes me think. So if you're actually shooting a handgun like that and it's empty, the slide locks back, and you can immediately tell that it's empty because the slide is locked back. At no point, if you're in a firefight, would you eject the magazine and look at the magazine to determine whether or not your weapon was empty. And I'm not sure how Brett Hawthorne, combat general, that doesn't make any sense as an opening. Like, it would make sense if he was looked like the slide locked back of Brett Hawthorne's M9 magazine and he cursed to himself, empty. Like, that makes gun sense.
I can explain this to you.
Okay.
Ben doesn't know what he's talking about.
No. Thank you for that, Katy.
I have to back up real quick.
We made it one sentence in.
I know.
We're about a paragraph.
I know. We're doing really well. I need you, Robert, real quick.
Okay.
To read the blurb at the beginning one more time about Ayn Rand.
Oh, about Ayn Rand. Okay.
The whole thing.
We're scrolling back.
What does it say?
We're scrolling back. True Allegiance. Meet our new Ayn Rand.
Okay.
By Salon.com.
Okay.
That's it.
So here's the thing, folks. If you were to go to Salon.com, and you were to look for that phrase, you'd find an article, and that article is called "Meet Our New Ayn Rand: Ben Shapiro's ham-fisted propaganda fiction is even worse than you guessed."
That is
subheader: The wingnut pundit resents the liberal tone of TV, but turns out cartoonish right-leaning prose.
Unreal. Thank you for
Cool
looking
stuff.
that up. That Is that legal? Can you just
Jose's
take
part channel
of somebody's title of
you can do whatever you want. It's amazing. It's the funniest thing I think Ben has ever done. It's everything about him.
We need regulation of book blurbs.
Taking that blurb, like no one would want to be like, "Oh, I'm the new Ayn Rand." Like already, it's like, well, that's not like praise that you would want to promote. But the fact that it's just pulled from this really, really mean headline is so good.
You guys, there's so much more to say about Combat General Brett Hawthorne.
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay, so Brett Hawthorne, who is at 215 pounds in his underwear, has a graying blonde crew cut and a face carved of granite.
Oh my God!
Not a face that looks carved of granite, but a face carved of granite.
What a horrifying reality for him!
I know. What a nightmare for Brett Hawthorne.
I mean, I'm kind of into this. It's like a fantasy thing now, right?
Toxic masculinity. He can never change his face or show emotion.
I feel like he's touching himself when he writes about Brett Hawthorne, Combat General, and not at all a Ben Shapiro stand-in. So Brett is looking up at the blown-up buildings of Kabul, and he could see the Kabul Serena Hotel burning. The new coalition government had bragged about the hotel as the standard bearer for the modernization of the city, with its historically imitative Islamic architecture, satellite TV, and wireless internet. Now the flames licked at the windows as ashes floated down on the city. And I feel like he brings up that it's Islamic architecture for a reason, to make it seem like even more of a bad idea to try to modernize
No,
Kabul.
I'm just being specific in my prose.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure that if you were
Ben knows what Islamic architecture looks like, for one thing.
No, I'm sure if you were to Control F that file and just type Islamic, it would come up as like a descriptor for so many things that do not need that word.
I bet you're right. We're indexing right now. I'm going to move right along to so it goes on to him talking about how a few short this is pretty great too, actually. A few short years ago, Afghanistan had seemed to be on the upswing. The Taliban had been on the run, hiding in the mountains of the Tora Bora region, sallying forth every so often to hit a supply chain. The coalition forces had been systemic. So a few years ago, everything had been great in Afghanistan.
But the arrogant president and his...
Hawthorne knew all this because he had designed the strategy, and now the strategy had gone to shit. Well, Brett Hawthorne thought to himself, at least I can tell those stupid bastards, I told you so.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So good.
It is delightful to see who Ben thinks that he is.
Oh boy, you guys, typing in Islamic is
painful.
Fewer times than I thought, but I'm already seeing some religion of peace talk that I'm sure is going to be
fun.
Oh boy. All the words that are available in like the little search, because you only get the few words around it. Right. That late stage Islam is peace pussy shit.
Oh,
that's what we get there.
That's a sentence for you.
I don't know the context yet, but I'm sure we'll learn.
I love the idea that as Ben is writing this, he's like at his desk typing, and he has a cigar in his mouth that he will never light.
No,
but he's just like
because it hurts his lungs.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, he hates the taste and he hates what it does to him.
It makes my tummy
but
nauseous.
he knows that like I need that.
He's got to have the cigar. And like a glass of scotch that is mostly ice that he doesn't sip from.
Yeah, it's melted.
It cost him $300.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got to savor it.
So we're going to talk about Brett Hawthorne's background now. Because, we start like a great writer. He starts in the action scene, right?
Yeah,
Brett
absolutely.
Hawthorne, pinned down, under fire. Islamic hotel is burning.
Yeah, he grips you right away.
He grips you right away.
You're like excited. You're like, oh, yeah, it's like Die Hard, but Ayn Rand.
Yeah, dying Rand.
Yeah.
And now we go back to let's learn about Brett Hawthorne's background. Yeah. Brett Hawthorne was the youngest general in the American military. He'd grown up lower middle class in Chicago. His mother a teacher. His father a salesman for the local phone company.
I'm sorry. At some point, you got to search how many times he mentioned Chicago.
Oh boy, is that a thing for him?
It's a thing for him because of Obama. It's a thing for him because of guns. It's a thing for him because of black people in general.
Boy, so half of the time Chicago's mentioned in this book, it's the south side of Chicago.
Yeah, of course it is.
Which is the baddest part of town. Mm-hmm. And if you go there, you better beware for a man named Leroy Brown.
Mm-hmm. Badly Leroy. Yeah.
Bad Leroy Brown. He's the baddest man in the whole damn town. Yeah. Badder than old King Kong.
Old King.
Yeah.
Madder than a junkyard dog.
Mm-hmm. That's right, Katy. That's absolutely correct. What? It's a great song. So, he'd been a shy, gentle, quiet kid, built like a reed, but he learned one skill pretty quickly at Thomas Edison High, how to talk his way from out of a bad situation. Oh, good Lord. Okay, so he learned this from Derek, because Brett... yeah, I think Derek's going to be a black inner city kid who teaches him how to be cool.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
He definitely is.
So Brett sat by himself a lot at lunch because he wasn't one of the Irish kids. He wasn't one of the Italian kids. He'd made the mistake of trying to befriend a couple of black kids. That hadn't gone well. He'd ended up with a black eye and a few new vocabulary words to add to his dictionary.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Benny Shaps.
It's every single thing he says. You're like, so did this literally happen to you? You had a bad experience in this in your life?
No, I don't think this actually happened to him. I think he imagined that if he had tried to talk to a black kid at school, that's what would have happened.
In his mind.
It's the thing that you do where you like imagine conversations with people and you get into an argument about them. You're like, well, this is what I would say then. That's what this is. This is his.
Yeah. Okay. So, because trying to befriend black kids is a bad idea, he sat alone.
Because of the words you'll learn.
Because of the words you'll learn. He sat alone until he made the mistake of looking up one day, and standing above him, glaring at him, was a behemoth, a black kid named Yard. Nobody knew his real name. Everybody just called him Yard because he played on the school football team, stood 6'5", clocked in at a solid 280 pounds. There's so much height for him.
I'm sorry. He's obsessed with height. That's very funny. But I'm sorry. Nobody knows his name, but he's on the football team?
Yes, no one knows his name.
What's on his jersey?
No one knows his name.
Yard?
Cody. No one knows his
just blank.
name.
Unbelievable, Ben.
He's just number 12.
Nobody knows the star football player's name.
No, he's Yard.
Okay.
And that's all anyone knows at
Never
the
mind.
school.
I'm not mad.
Where he goes. And
Nobody even cared to find out where he got that nickname.
I'm not mad. You're mad. You're the ones.
How we all doing?
Great.
Never been better.
So, Yard stood 6'5", clocked in at a solid 280 pounds, and looked like he was headed straight for a lifetime of prison workouts.
Jesus Christ. Are you fucking kidding me?
Excuse me?
What does that look like, Ben?
Robert, excuse me?
Don't be off-put by his laughing. This is just how we deal with this pain.
We're not even 2 pages into the chapter 1.
This is absolute trash.
Headed for a lifetime. Why is he headed for a lifetime? Because he's a tall black man?
He's the star football team, Ben. Mm-hmm. Maybe he's not headed for prison.
The coach loved him. Everyone else feared him.
Well, okay. All right.
Yeah, so Brett looks up, and this causes Yard to attack him. Oh, boy. Oh, my God.
I thought that Brett was a behemoth of a man as well. I thought he was a big, strapping man made of stone.
That's a good point, Katie, but he was small in school.
Okay, he had a growth spurt late in life.
At some point.
He grew once he started using guns. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
At some point, he turned from Ben Shapiro literally into war general.
Right, it's just like this, eventually he turned into a bear, right?
Ben's just waiting for that.
Like
it's coming, guys. My dad didn't grow till he was 50.
He's just watching Brave on a loop, just like, that's going to be me one day. I'm going to be the bear.
No, that's liberal propaganda.
Mm-hmm. Also, Frozen?
Definitely liberal propaganda. Okay. So, guys, I looked ahead, and it's very bad. So, Brett is sitting down at school, and Yard looks at him, and he makes the mistake of looking up. And then Yard mumbles something in his face. What, said Brett? I said, Yard growled, did you just call me N-word? Because I just heard you call me N-word.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Did he call him N-word?
No.
I don't think he did, Katie.
But, I mean, in his head, Ben Shapiro did when he came up with this character.
Right.
Absolutely.
Like, he's like, I bet Brett's thinking this. And, oh my gosh. Okay.
You know what isn't headed for a lifetime of prison workouts?
I can't begin to imagine.
The products and services that support this podcast.
I was going to guess Yard, actually.
Yard probably makes millions of dollars.
Yeah.
As a talented football player who just got angry because Ben Shapiro absolutely called him the N-word.
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Cool.
It still counts even if it's under your breath, Ben.
Yeah. Even if it's under your breath every waking hour of the day. All right. Products.
Yeah.
Let's talk about modern home shopping. It's sort of become a fun side hobby, right? Scrolling listings at night, dreaming about kitchens you've never seen, or backyards you haven't even stepped foot in, all from the comfort of pretty much anywhere. Redfin knows a lot of people like you want to own, but are stuck in this browsing mode loop. That's where Redfin flips the script. With listings that update within minutes and tours you can book right from the Redfin app, you can see your dream home the moment it appears. Now, liking a listing is easy, but actually landing it, that's where Redfin comes in. Redfin has over 2,200 agents with local expertise. And Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents. That means they want to help you win, not just window shop. Redfin is built to help you go from just looking to wait, this could actually be home. So become the newest neighbor on the block. Visit redfin.com to start finding and start owning. That's redfin.com.
You've never been one to settle. Stand down or stand still. You're a lifelong learner, energized by excellence. There's a fire inside you you can't ignore. You've got competition to outrun, momentum to build on, and your own high standards to meet. Stop now? Not a chance. At Capella University, we help you catch what you're chasing because you've always had the drive. Now, go earn the degree. Capella University. What can't you do? Visit capella.edu to learn more.
Hi, I'm Cindy Crawford, and I'm the founder of Meaningful Beauty. Well, I don't know about you, but I never liked being told, oh, wow, you look so good for your age. Why even bother saying that? Why don't you just say you look great at any age, every age? That's what Meaningful Beauty is all about. We create products that make you feel confident in your skin at the age you are now.
Meaningful Beauty. Beautiful skin at every age. Learn more at meaningfulbeauty.com.
For period protection you can put on and forget about, nothing beats Knix leak-proof underwear. North America's #1 leak-proof underwear brand. Let's face it, life can be unpredictable, but your leak-proof underwear shouldn't be. That's why millions of people choose Knix. For periods, for light leaks, for everyday freshness. Knix undies are super comfy, super absorbent, and made to handle whatever your day throws at you. Day 2 of your period? Covered. Your daily run? No problem. That big sneeze? You know the one. Yep, we've got you. And with styles like bikinis, boy shorts, thongs, and high-rise, plus sizes from extra small to 4XL, Knix makes it easy to find your perfect fit. Say goodbye to stress and leaks, and say hello to undies that work just as hard as you do, no matter the leak. Find the style and level of protection you want at Knix.com and use code FLOW15 for 15% off. That's KNIX.com, code FLOW15 for 15% off. Knix, for your leaks, for your life.
We're back, and we are just slowly making our way through this book.
Very slowly.
We did the blurbs. We got
we're 2 pages in now.
We got the description, the physical description of the main character.
I don't think we're going to get far through this book, you guys.
You know what? I don't care.
Because the next chapter is the president.
Yeah.
Great.
But I want to know how this situation with Yard works. Oh, good God. Yard's hand came down on Brett's shoulder, heavy as doom. Brett could feel his bowels begin to give way when a smallish hand emerged on Yard's shoulder.
Oh my God, what a bad writer.
Because Ben Shapiro is a very bad writer.
I'm so sorry, but that's so bad.
You remember when we've all had a hand emerge on us? It just punches right through like the chest burster.
So bad.
Oh my God! Ben Shapiro writes the way monks fuck, just badly,
poorly,
yes, badly.
But also constantly, apparently.
Yeah. Boy. Okay. So a hand emerges on Yard's shoulder. A black hand. Yard swiveled ponderously to face down the person connected with the hands.
Swiveled ponderously?
Ponderously.
All right, Ben.
Yeah. This is his black friend, Derek, who defends Ben Shapiro for not saying the N-word.
Out loud.
Yeah, out
this
loud.
Time.
Yeah, so it's good. It's good. So Derek is his friend who
Brett
teaches
is such an obvious stand-in for Ben.
Yeah, Brett is incredibly obvious. And Derek is a stand-in for the friend that the black friend Ben Shapiro has never made in his entire life.
Yeah, wish that he had so that these situations could be avoided.
Mm-hmm. And who would stand up for him every time on Twitter he got called out as a racist.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Actually, my friend Derek defended me when I thought the N-word a couple of times at the definite future prisoner. Unbelievable.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So
one thing I want you to do at some point is do a search for the word honky. because I feel like you definitely. Yeah.
But first, we have to talk about Brett's growth spurt.
It's going to happen.
Between his junior and senior years of high school, Brett finally hit his growth spurt. Like his dad, he bloomed late, but when he did, he put on muscle and height like a racehorse. He sprouted 5 inches to 6'2". He broadened through the chest, filling out to a healthy 215. The coaches had ignored him in high school, but at the Citadel, he goes to military school. He quickly became their favorite.
This is so sad.
Yeah, it's a real bummer.
This is such a sad insight into his psyche of what he desperately wants.
I feel like I've learned so much more about Benny Shaps just from the first couple of pages of this book.
Let's not hate him. Let's pity him.
I mean,
he'll hate that even
it's
more.
sad. We're all suffering from the same problem. We just express it in different ways, and Ben has done this instead. I've thought about this before, specifically with Jordan Peterson.
Dr.
Jordan Balthazar Peterson, yes. Jordan Bumblebee Peterson. In that he tries to explain things to people, and he like slips in some, I think, odious views, and he does it in language that seems academic, but is also kind of contradictory. And it's like it's if you parse what he says, it's not great. And he just sort of talks and talks and talks. I've always wanted him to stop what he's doing and write a novel, because I know that if he writes a novel, then his views will be very clear.
It will reveal a tremendous amount.
And here we are.
Not intentionally necessarily. It'll ooze out of him. Like here's what I think about everybody on the page.
He will write a novel that he thinks is about like a decent man running for president and saving the country, and everyone will point out 10 minutes after it's released, like, "Oh, you wrote Mein Kampf."
Exactly. Yes. Exactly.
You accidentally wrote Mein Kampf.
You'll be like, "Oh, all these emotions and feelings you're talking about, and like what you think needs to, like taking the chaos and turning it into order. Everything you're writing about."
Yeah. There will be like a 3-page part where Jordan Peterson talks about seeing his first Hasidic Jew, and it will be like word for word almost what Hitler wrote in Mein Kampf. It's going to be uncomfortable, and
and no one will know it until it's published. Yeah. He won't know it, and I desperately want him to do that, and I'm glad that Ben has done that for him.
It shares a lot. So I'm just going to skim the next couple of pages because we've got to move on to the president. But yeah, so when he was 22, he got sent to Saudi Arabia and missed Operation Desert Storm for the most part. And he was really bummed that we let the Kurds die, which I didn't hear Ben speak up a whole lot when we abandoned them in Syria.
No,
why not?
Seems to be in a position he's changed.
Yeah, interesting. He meets someone named Ellen, who I don't care about. They have a kid together. He's in Kosovo as a captain. By September 11th, he's a major. By September 11th, he was a major who, by simple coincidence, knew Pashto. So one of the most...
What a simple coincidence.
A simple coincidence. He learned one of the most complex and difficult to master languages on the face of the planet. Just as a coincidence, like you do.
I was just drawn there. There was no reason.
Here's the best part. He's one of the first men on the ground in Afghanistan, and he knew little of the country's culture, but his knowledge of the language made him a valuable commodity. So
how do you know a little of a culture but know a language? How?
That language.
How did you learn that language?
Yeah, how do you learn Pashto and nothing about Afghan culture?
Ben's view of the world.
It's amazing.
It's like, yeah, he did like a Matrix. He jacked into the Matrix and he learned the language.
But nothing at all. Not a goddamn thing about Afghan culture. So he hangs out with the Northern Alliance some.
Rosetta Stone.
There's a lot. Rosetta Stone. He did the Pashto Rosetta Stone.
Simple coincidence.
Missed all the culture stuff. Cool. He hung out with the Northern Alliance, and it was all very Lawrence of Arabia, Brett thought, except that Peter O'Toole had never had to deal with roadside bombs or donkeys laden with explosives or the lure of the opium trade.
Such a good point.
And it's interesting he describes it as the lure.
Yeah.
Is he like...
Okay, Ben.
Is he tempted?
Right, there's like half of it where it's like, this is what I think about the world, and half it's like, what if I... It's like...
Could I do opium?
Stuff? Yeah.
Oh,
no,
my
you
God.
couldn't. I'm sorry.
It's so good. It's so good. Okay. So yeah, the administration makes a terrible deal that dooms the effort in Afghanistan, and Brett Hawthorne is there as it's all falling apart, and he's with a CNN crew, and he saves the day. He'd been ushering the CNN crew around because, as he told his wife, "Got to keep those schmucks from reporting that we eat Muslims."
What?
Oh, what?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Robert.
Yep. Yep.
So he's making a dig at the mainstream media.
Yep.
Obviously, but
admitting to cannibalism.
But saying the awful thing as like a good thing.
He doesn't, because CNN would report that American soldiers eat Muslims because they hate American soldiers and don't, for example, respond worshipfully when we fire missiles at an empty airbase in Syria and talk about the beauty of our weapons. They don't do that. They hate the American military.
Okay. Oh, then I hate them.
Exactly.
All right.
So a little digging here about how lazy the CNN people are.
Sure.
And then Brett turned to speak. This is after the cameraman says they've got enough footage. Brett turned to speak, and from behind the cameraman, he saw a child on a donkey about 300 feet away. His service weapon, a Beretta M9, was in his hand before he even felt it leave his holster.
God.
He sees a kid on a donkey and
she
pulls a
gun.
What? A weird little racist gremlin.
So
I bet it works out, though. I bet he's right.
Oh, he's absolutely right.
Yeah,
and the evil CNN cameraman zooms in eagerly as the situation degenerates because he wants to capture the kid being shot by Okay, we're gonna go on to the president here. I don't need more of this.
We get
Good
You
Lord,
don't want
it keeps
to
going.
hear the description of the child dying?
No, I don't know that the child. I'm sure he saves the child, and the evil CNN cameraman is angry at this. President Prescott.
Okay.
That's a good name.
That's a solid
very presidential.
president name. Yeah.
We
I'm
simply
surprised he didn't do like a very like African name.
Schmobama. Rock Bobama, something
President
like that.
Secret Muslim.
Yeah.
President Black Man.
Oh boy, no, it's Mark Prescott.
All right.
Okay.
Solid.
We simply can't pay for it, sir. White House Chief of Staff Tommy Bradley was standing over the president's desk in the Oval Office, a sheaf of budget papers in his hand. Crumpled, wrinkled papers covered in red notes. The numbers just didn't add up. President Mark Prescott didn't care. Listen to me, Tommy.
Oh my God. Oh, how transparent can you be? That's also like really poorly written. Oh,
it is
good.
because we go from the president's chief of staff standing over a sheaf of budget papers in his hand, crumpled, wrinkled papers covered in red notes. That's not even a sentence.
Yeah. No,
crumpled, wrinkled papers covered in red notes is not a full sentence. There's no action in that sentence.
It's just a description
it's
of
creative
a noun.
liberty.
It is a creative liberty.
It's like Palahniuk style.
Yeah.
He's got that it's like 2-word sentences, you know, and
He loves
Yes,
that
I
guy.
was going to say this has a very Palahniuk-y
Palahniuk-y, right?
Yeah,
it's very
Palahniuk-esque, Palahniuk-ish.
You guys are way too generous.
So, listen to me, Tommy, said the president. My reelection relies on our ability to secure funding for this action. You know that. I know that. The polls show it. We don't have a choice in the matter. Okay, so what's this action about?
Yeah, what did he...
Oh, he's afraid of becoming a Jimmy Carter.
Also, what's he alluding to with in regards to Obama?
We're a while into this, and I can't
Fiscal
figure out
irresponsibility?
what they can't pay for.
Right.
I wonder if we'll ever find out.
I doubt it.
There was a stock market crash that's apparently this Democratic president's fault. Just like the stock market crash in 2008 didn't start in the Bush administration.
It was his fault.
Because it was Obama's fault that it crashed in the Bush administration.
I mean, it's Obama's fault for being black.
That is absolutely true.
Yeah.
And I bet if he'd been at high school with Ben Shapiro, they would have had an interaction.
Yeah, I bet if Ben Shapiro saw him in high school, he'd be like, "You're going to go to prison one day."
Go to prison one day.
And nobody knows your name.
And nobody knows your name.
Star football player that everybody knows. Unreal.
So good. The unemployment rates climbed beyond 10% and is headed towards the 15% mark. If you counted those who had stopped looking for a job, the real unemployment rate was closer to 25%, which was the unemployment rate during the Great Depression, and never was close to that during Obama's administration.
Yeah. Interesting.
Cool.
Leeches.
So Prescott did what Prescott knew how to do. he survived. The easiest way to survive, end his predecessor's wars, no matter what the cost, and then pump up the spending at home. There was no glory to be won on the poppy fields of Afghanistan. Everlasting glory didn't come in the form of military victory in this day and age. It came in the form of everlasting social programs that grew and inured to the benefit of all Americans. He's saying that's
the
bad.
The benefit of all Americans!
He's saying not fighting hopeless wars that waste all of our money and benefit national security, not one iota, and instead spending the money to help Americans is bad, that it's cowardly.
This is unbelievable.
Obviously, Robert.
Every pundit should be forced to write a novel. Like, I want to know what's in your soul. I want to know what's in there.
And
Would you be able to do that?
Yeah.
I've written one and it's bad.
Damn right
but
it
if
is.
I run for president, I will publish my bad novel.
Get it out of the way.
Mine's just like spooky stories and Animorphs parodies.
Cody, it's not fair to call them Animorphs parodies. They are Animorphs erotic fiction. And you know what? I will say erotic literature.
I don't...
Wait, you've read it and I haven't? All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for saying that.
It is...
My book is going to be just for kids.
For kids.
About being a good
so
friend.
Also Animorphs erotica?
It's going to be a girl and her imaginary friend Donkey.
That's a good idea for a book.
Yeah.
And
Don't take it, guys.
Less thirsty than Cody's book, which is drier than the Sahara.
It's desperate. But
he was 37 minutes late. We can razz him a little.
One note, Cody. There's actually no such thing as a fuck panther.
Prove it. I dare you to prove that somehow.
I think there's a fuck panther in this book.
Yeah. Several.
A couple of them, yeah.
Type in fuck panther. Let's see how many times
see if there's a fuck panther. I wonder if the word fuck does appear in this at all.
Probably
I bet not.
I bet he...
Oh my gosh, no, 19 matches. He is... Brett...
The asterisks?
Brett Badass is a military guy.
I mean, he's a loose cannon. He'll fire off a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck.
Oh boy. Fuck you, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of my hood. To get his men the fuck off my border. Fuck these animals.
There we go. That's what I was looking for.
Oh, boy.
Unless he's actually talking about fucking animals, in which case I'm not looking for that.
I'm going to pop right over there and see if it's...
Animorphs erotica.
No.
Oh, the Taliban had used the hangar as an execution post. There was a line of bodies lying on the floor, many of them wearing American uniforms. Those bodies had been mutilated obscenely. They'd done it slowly. They'd enjoyed themselves. Animals, he said softly. Fuck these animals.
Uh-huh. Okay, so not actually fucking animals.
I was gonna,
in the racist way.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's cool.
I was gonna comment on the poorly written aspects of that.
Yeah, it is badly written.
But then,
all right.
Yeah, more about the president.
Okay. FDR was worshipped not because of World War II, but because of Social Security.
Wait, who's speaking right now? The president?
This is just a rant Ben's going on it again about the president who can't afford something that we haven't been told what it is yet.
Yeah.
I love this is just like one of his townhall .com like essays that he's like, they're not going to publish this. I'll put it in my book.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. So Prescott spent. He spent on green technologies, on education programs, on food stamps and highways, and medical mandates.
Who needs a fucking highway?
Who's going to use this?
So the poors can drive to work?
The pavos. I love that so far the message of the first page of the President Prescott chapter is that he's a coward for spending money on highways and not Afghanistan.
He doesn't want to do any more war and he wants to...
Or are you scared of the guns?
I am in
Why don't you invest in human beings' lives?
Yeah. Unbelievable. So yeah, this obviously spending money on Americans rather than Afghanistan destroys the economy.
He's making a great point.
Yeah, he is making a very important point. And so President Prescott starts to doubt whether or not he's going to win a second term. And then a miracle. In the middle of the night, Prescott woke up with a phrase ringing in his brain. Over and over. It was as though a higher power had placed them in his mind. He grabbed a pen from his bedside drawer and wrote it down. Work freedom. The Work Freedom Program.
That's how Paul McCartney wrote.
Oh my God!
Yesterday,
yeah, he woke up with the melody in his head and he had to write it down. So.
Yeah, he kept going to all his friends and being like, "Is this anything? Am I making this up?"
My
or is this
God!
Okay, wait, what?
This is like a really Ben thinks he's being smart, but this is a Holocaust reference that he's making. He's comparing social welfare programs to the Holocaust.
Of course he is.
Let me read you this paragraph. Everyone recognized the value of freedom, but what did that mean other than the right to a job? Freedom meant nothing if you couldn't put bread in your children's mouths at night. And America was a country of workers. Freedom was work, and work was freedom. Work freedom. Simple, easy, repeatable, genius. What was stamped on the gates of Auschwitz and a number of other death camps was Arbeit macht free, work brings freedom.
Yep.
That's literally what he is literally comparing a jobs program.
Yes,
unfucking believable.
Yeah,
it's believable.
It's believable that this
that he would say
this
that.
little gremlin doing
You know who won't make ghoulish Holocaust comparisons to score a cheap political point against a fake president?
Jordan Peterson. Right. Wait, never mind.
Ayn Rand. No.
Shit. We're close.
Would it be
Stephen Crowdy?
Products and services?
Katie got it.
I can't believe that was right. That was a real stab in the dark.
You nailed it. These products and services will, in fact, bring freedom to you.
Freedom.
Work freedom. The work freedom products that advertise on this show.
Let's talk about modern home shopping. It's sort of become a fun side hobby, right? Scrolling listings at night, dreaming about kitchens you've never seen, or backyards you haven't even stepped foot in, all from the comfort of pretty much anywhere. Redfin knows a lot of people like you want to own, but are stuck in this browsing mode loop. That's where Redfin flips the script. With listings that update within minutes and tours you can book right from the Redfin app, you can see your dream home the moment it appears. Now, liking a listing is easy, but actually landing it, that's where Redfin comes in. Redfin has over 2,200 agents with local expertise. And Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents. That means they want to help you win, not just window shop. Redfin is built to help you go from just looking to wait, this could actually be home. So become the newest neighbor on the block. Visit redfin.com to start finding and start owning. That's redfin.com.
You've never been one to settle. Stand down or stand still. You're a lifelong learner, energized by excellence. There's a fire inside you you can't ignore. You've got competition to outrun, momentum to build on, and your own high standards to meet. Stop now? Not a chance. At Capella University, we help you catch what you're chasing because you've always had the drive. Now, go earn the degree. Capella University. What can't you do? Visit capella.edu to learn more.
Now I'd like to introduce you to Meaningful Beauty, the famed skincare brand created by iconic supermodel Cindy Crawford. It's her secret to absolutely gorgeous skin. Meaningful Beauty makes powerful and effective skincare simple, and it's loved by millions of women. It's formulated for all ages and all skin tones and types, and it's designed to work as a complete skincare system, leaving your skin feeling soft, smooth, and nourished. I recommend starting with Cindy's full regimen, which contains all 5 of her best-selling products, including the amazing youth-activating Melon Serum. This next-generation serum has the power of melon leaf stem cell technology. It's melon leaf stem cells encapsulated for freshness and released onto the skin to support a visible reduction in the appearance of wrinkles. With thousands of glowing 5-star reviews, why not give it a try? Subscribe today and you can get the amazing Meaningful Beauty system for just $49.95. That includes our introductory 5-piece system, free gifts, free shipping, and a 60-day money-back guarantee. All of that available at meaningfulbeauty.com.
For period protection you can put on and forget about, nothing beats Knix leak-proof underwear. North America's #1 leak-proof underwear brand. Let's face it, life can be unpredictable, but your leak-proof underwear shouldn't be. That's why millions of people choose Knix. For periods, for light leaks, for everyday freshness. Knix undies are super comfy, super absorbent, and made to handle whatever your day throws at you. Day 2 of your period? Covered. Your daily run? No problem. That big sneeze? You know the one. Yep, we've got you. And with styles like bikinis, boy shorts, thongs, and high-rise, plus sizes from extra small to 4XL, Knix makes it easy to find your perfect fit. Say goodbye to stress and leaks and say hello to undies that work just as hard as you do, no matter the leak. Find the style and level of protection you want at Knix.com and use code FLOW15 for 15% off. That's KNIX.com, code FLOW15 for 15% off. Knix, for your leaks, for your life.
We're back.
Yes.
Gang, it's time for me to admit something now, 40 or so minutes into this.
Yeah.
Which is that when we decided we were going to do another one of these, I really agonized over which book to choose.
It's true.
And I really frustrated Sophie by going back and forth. We had a number of contenders for this, and I was worried that the Ben Shapiro book wouldn't be a good idea because I was like, it's probably just like a really lame thriller. Like he wrote he had like a script for a generic action movie and he wrote it, and we're just going to be like reading through turgid prose about shooting people, and it's just going to be very boring.
Yeah,
and I would have to be like 20 minutes in and be like, okay, guys, I'm sorry, we got to like revamp and figure out something else. I've learned so much about Ben.
it. I believe that this was a script he pitched around and then developed into a novel.
And I am certain that in his head, his dream was that, like, I'm going to pitch this script and myself as a screenwriter. But once they meet me, they'll be like, the only person who can play Brett Hawthorne.
Yeah.
Like, all right, we
He's
love
like
it.
John Wayne was short. They just built the sets around him.
You got to change it so Brett's actually a short, obnoxious guy.
It's actually better if you're short on camera. It's better for lighting purposes.
Ben, we love the script, but the protagonist needs to be more unpleasant to listen to.
All right, give us some more.
All right. We only have time. We will not get through enough of this.
You know what, Robert? That's fine.
You know what?
Is it
Robert,
fine?
I think it's disgusting. I think it's embarrassing that we haven't gotten through this whole thing. I think it's fine, but we got to do like a 10-part series so we finish it.
Okay. So what should we go through next? I feel like going through chapter.
Some options.
We're just going to get bogged down. Is there anything you want me to search for so we can try to?
Well, I have a question. So when he ran into that future prisoner, and he didn't say the N-word, but he thought the N-word.
Yeah.
Was it typed out? Was the word typed out?
Oh yeah.
Great.
So I would say
Absolutely.
search for the other instances.
I
of that
also
word.
wouldn't mind hearing about this. What was the woman character? What was her description? What did she do?
Oh, do you mean the militia leader?
Yeah.
Well, I know that her first chapter starts with her baking cookies for a SWAT team that's coming after her.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Is this a
no,
joke? What
no,
the fuck?
I mean, I
that's-
wouldn't mind
that's
checking
real.
that out.
All right.
You liar! You absolute liar! There's no way.
I will lie about a lot of things, Cody. The coronavirus, for example.
Yeah.
But I will never lie about Ben Shapiro's prose. Soledad, Central Valley, California. The SWAT team didn't expect it the first time she brought them cookies. Nobody brings the SWAT team cookies. But Soledad Ramirez...
But the lady does!
Well, Soledad Ramirez knew the value of good press, and she baked mean chocolate chip cookies. No oatmeal raisin here, she said, good-naturedly, handing out the meltingly hot treats to the men wearing full military gear and carrying M4 set to burst.
Oh, my God.
Number one, Ben.
Does he mean they were about to come?
No. So military grade M4s and similar weapons based off the AR platform have a burst fire mode, which does a 3-round burst in addition to semi-automatic. No one would use it in that situation. If you are semi-automatic is primarily for killing, like for actually trying to take aim shots. So if you are entering a building in the thought that you might have a gunfight, you're not going to have your rifle set on burst. Sorry. It's just very...
Yeah, also, if... Just, this is nitpicking, meltingly hot.
Meltingly hot.
If something is melting, we, the reader, would assume that they're hot.
You don't need to say
You don't need to...
Also meltingly?
Yeah, it's very awkward. It's
also,
fine. It's fine. Not important.
They all eat the cookies, which... feel like is a bad call for a SWAT team entering a hostile situation.
No, you gotta
just
load up.
take the food that they hand you. The person you're raiding.
Is this so this woman is the cookie maker.
So wait, what militia is she a part of?
Because also there's the other woman, right? There was like his wife, they had a kid.
Oh yeah, she's unconsequential.
Right, so that's what there's nothing else
this is the
about
militia leader. So she's a right-wing militia leader?
I am going to guess.
But
so
she
far,
also knows her gender role and knows her way around a kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For the meltingly hot cookies.
It seems like she's a ranch owner, and there's the EPA ruled that there's a type of rare fish that was in danger from water overuse in the river, and they were stopping her from doing her important farm work. And we're going to confiscate her property if she didn't stop watering her plants. So
is this about that Obama
that's a way to
fish
frame
thing?
it.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it's a mix of that and like what happened with the Bundys.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Cool.
So transparent.
But she does know how to bake, and that's important for a woman.
Mm-hmm. She protested. She sued. It didn't matter, according to the government, that her husband's father had bought the farm, worked it up from nothing. It didn't matter that her husband had worked his heart out, almost literally on the farm, keeling over at the ripe old age of 52 while grazing those damn cattle. It didn't matter that she had 50-some employees and their families depended on her. All that mattered was the smelt, that damn fish.
It's definitely the Obama... It's exactly that.
Yeah, it is. It is. And it kills all her cows.
That's
so she
embarrassing, Ben.
Oh my God, there's even a reference to you guys ever done like a lot of driving up the 5 from like Los Angeles North? You know how they have all those like Congress made Dust Bowl, Pelosi there's even a direct reference to that. They're making her the character who put those signs up on the side of the 5.
You know what? I've always wondered. I have to drive up there frequently because my family lives in the Bay Area, so I make that drive.
A lot, yeah.
A lot.
I've done it dozens of times.
And I'm always wondering who did this.
Soledad Ramirez.
Soledad Ramirez.
Are there any ones that say, stop by for my meltingly hot cookies?
Nope.
Okay.
I wonder how Soledad Ramirez feels about immigration.
Oh, boy. Good news, Katy. She was a week away from filing, I think, for bankruptcy. Filing for bankruptcy when she received the letter. It came from one of her former employees, Emilio. He'd immigrated from Mexico decades before, crossed the border illegally. She'd paid him well, sponsored his citizenship, and brought his family over to join him. He's a valuable employee, she told her skeptical friends. And if you were living on that side of the border, wouldn't you jump it? He's not taking money from anybody except me, and I'm paying him for work. He was one of the last men to be laid off as the ranch died. She cried the night she told him the cash had run out. He thanked her, hugged her, and moved his family to Los Angeles. So he writes her a letter.
Well, that's a good immigration story, I guess.
I mean, I feel like if you do a search for Emilio.
Oh, good Christ.
Oh, no.
Did he become a gang member? Oh, no, he became a gang member.
Almost. So he and his family had been forced to take a small apartment in East Los Angeles. And Emilio had gotten a job at a factory, a local, one of those classic East LA factories. Yeah.
Just, guys, East LA is teeming with factories.
It's factory town, that's what we all call it. So their son Juan had been enrolled at the public high school. That's where he'd been killed. One of his classmates apparently had tried to recruit him into a gang. When he refused, several of the gang members found him in the bathroom. They started punching him. Yeah, they beat him to death for not joining a gang.
Yeah, they did.
Mm-hmm.
Football, gangs, and factories.
Mm-hmm.
It's just he's so simple. He's such a simple boy.
Mm-hmm. So she refuses to pay her tax bill and instead sends the money over to Emilio so he can bury his boy.
Who said no to gangs.
Yeah, and then that's why the SWAT team comes after her, because she's not paying her taxes because she had to help Emilio bury his gang-killed boy. And that's what starts the standoff. That's a stand-in for the Bundy standoff that happened when the Bundys refused to actually pay mandatory grazing fees that were very clear and very fair for more than a decade until finally there was an action that was then stopped because the government got scared because we don't, or at least didn't, live in a
guys.
Yeah.
This is a rich tapestry.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot.
That brings up really important moral questions, and we shouldn't mock it.
No,
it's good. You're right. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean anything I just said.
He talks about, there's a character named Levon.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there is.
He talks about, oh my God. Levon, not a white character.
Really?
No.
Huh.
Detroit, Michigan is where Levon
Yep.
lives.
Rude.
And the first sentence of Levon's chapter is, Detroit was a shithole, but it was his shithole.
I hate this so much.
That's the way Levon Williams had thought of it. He'd grown up in this shithole right near 8 Mile Road, a long stretch.
This is horrible. This is horrible.
Oh my God.
I will not have Detroit slander on this podcast.
Just write a book.
He saw 8 Mile with Eminem and
takes place in your dorm room when you were in law school.
Does he talk about
the
rap
world
battles?
You know.
Oh my God, he must, right? He must talk about rap battles. I'm just going to see if...
Yeah, rap. Does he talk about rap?
Oh my God, let's see if there's hip hop.
Or I'm trying to think of
It's not his
really,
forte.
Vernacular, where it's oh Ben, why are you doing that? What are you...
Yeah. It doesn't look like we have that problem.
Thank
here.
God for small miracles.
Yeah, thank God for small miracles. Well, guys, I don't know how much more. I mean, we could keep
don't
this going
need
for
to.
hours, but we can't because time is. Yes, Cody.
Could you real quick just search for the word Marxism?
Oh my God! Of course.
Thank you.
Of course. Let's just see Marx.
Yeah.
Marxism. Oh no, only once.
Wow.
Where the president's plan to actually, I'm going to read you what the president's plan
Right.
because this is what Ben essentially calls Marxism and socialism. This is the president speaking.
Yeah, it
the
is.
evil president.
Yeah, the
who's
Marxist
the worst
president,
person who doesn't want us to be
Do
in
an
Afghanistan.
evil Marxist voice.
15% unemployment.
I promise you right now that you will not pay one additional dollar in taxes for this program. You will not lose your job. And if your employer should selfishly fire you, we're establishing a business trust to which all businesses will contribute, which will pay your salary during rainy days. Businesses may try to scare you, but people are always frightened of what they do not understand. Selfishness must not be allowed to trump the vital liberties of the American people. And this action will not contribute to our national debt. It will contribute to our collective wealth, with the entire American population working, producing, creating, not just 80% or 90% or even 93%. We will boost our gross domestic product exponentially.
What a
framing this as bad.
monster.
It's like, what if there was a social safety net? Horrible!
Damn you!
Highways.
Oof.
Amazing.
One last one.
Yep.
Do a search for IQ.
Oh, boy. Oh, Cody. Maybe.
Just a shot in the dark. Who knows?
No.
No? Okay.
That's for his other book.
Right.
This has been not that illuminating. I mean,
No.
it has been illuminating, but only in affirming
Yeah.
the things that we know.
Just for numbers' sake, Patriot.
Oh, boy. Yeah, let's see that. Only 2. Yeah.
What?
Only 2.
Ben, you loser.
Yeah.
You don't
He-
care about America
he
at
hates
all.
America.
You hate America. Unbelievable.
I'm so glad you picked this book.
I am, too.
Yeah,
Thank you,
so
Sophie.
glad you picked this book.
I am so glad that Sophie finally insisted that I pick this book rather
Finally.
than vacillating like a fucking coward.
We did it.
And I am going to just hop right in right now. Let's go to my orders.
Get that refund
Get that
started.
refund. Yeah, I don't want old Benny Shaps to get any of this.
I want to read his
Can you give
pilot so
feedback?
bad.
Can you give feedback as to why you want a refund?
No.
Say
no.
this is
oh,
trash.
Yeah. You know what? I will. I will say
Yeah.
this
And
is
while
trash.
Racist trash.
Robert does that, do you guys want to plug your pluggables?
Yeah, hell
there-
yeah. Well, you can check out our show
We'll
that
just
we
say
do with
offensive
Robert, Worst Year Ever.
Okay.
I'm sure you guys know about that. And you can check out our show, Even More News. That's our podcast. Cody, you want to tell them about the other things we do?
It's a YouTube show. It's called Some More News.
Damn straight.
You can Google it and Google our names to find all the social media accounts
Yep,
that are
yep,
associated
yep.
with the
Social
shows
medias.
and with us
Social
personally.
Because they exist.
They exist. They're out there with tweets. You
You know what I love is
posts.
things that exist.
Yeah.
I'm famous for that.
Yeah.
Well, my item has been successfully returned, so that's good. That's good. It's been
I'm
processed.
so happy for us, for
So
you.
there's a lesson for all of you. If you want to game Amazon a little bit,
It's a smart one.
That's cool. Also, you can follow Robert on Twitter at iWriteOK. You could follow us on Twitter and Instagram at BastardsPod. We have a TeePublic store and a website at BehindTheBastards.com.
What she said.
And bye.
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 hello.
Hi.
Shit.
Oh.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents. So when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it comes to making an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the one you'll call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
A BetterHelp ad. We get it. February is full of flowers, candy, and, of course, lots of talk about relationships. It can feel like everyone else has it all together in their love lives. But the truth is, we're all still figuring it out. Whether you're working on your marriage, navigating the dating apps, or prioritizing staying single, no matter where you are, you're right on time. Therapy can help you find your way and take some of the pressure off yourself so you can determine what you want, what feels heavy, and how you can feel lighter. Just a little bit of outside perspective from a professional can lead to new understanding and a lot of progress. So the next time you're feeling iffy about your love life, try therapy with BetterHelp and see where it takes you. And remember, you're right on time. Visit BetterHelp.com for 10% off. That's BetterHelp.com.
This is Jacob Goldstein from What's Your Problem? Business software is expensive, and when you buy software from lots of different companies, it's not only expensive, it gets confusing, slow to use, hard to integrate. Odoo solves that because all Odoo software is connected on a single affordable platform. Save money without missing out on the features you need. Odoo has no hidden costs and no limit on features or data. Odoo has over 60 apps available for any needs your business might have, all at no additional charge. Everything from websites to sales to inventory to accounting, all linked and talking to each other. Check out Odoo at odoo.com. That's odoo.com.
Tired of spills and stains on your sofa? Wash away your worries with Anabay. Anabay is the only designer sofa that's machine washable inside and out, starting at just $699. Plus, Anabay sofas are pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and feature changeable slip covers and modular pieces. Get up to 60% off site-wide with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Visit WashableSofas.com to get yours now. That's WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
This is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed Human.